G'day and good evening, viewers. Welcome to the official coverage of ASR's AMS2 series, the MRX People Cup. It is round 7 tonight. I'm sure we're still back in Brazil. I don't know. What I do know is I'm Davo, and I'm going to be joined again tonight with JB. How are you this evening, my friend?
I'm well, Davo. Yeah, thanks. It's nice to be here again. Like you said, round 7. We're
Round
ticking,
7.
we're ticking them off quickly. And yes,
We
we are
are.
in Brazil. You got that part right.
Well, okay. Well, that's a good sign. And I do notice, well, as far as my monitor tells me, is that we do have both mics and game audio functioning, which is a vast difference to last week when we kicked things off. So,
Yeah, that's right.
I'm feeling a little more comfortable and a bit more relaxed. The boys are just rolling out into quali now, but we've got the points up in front of us. JB, do you want to have a
Yeah.
quick run through of that?
Yes, Glenn at the top, no surprises. He's been there pretty much from round 1, hasn't he? Leading. He's got a good 27 margin
Absolutely.
over Brad. He's Glenn 108 points, Brad 81 points, Stevo 80 points, and Aaron 75 points. So what's quite interesting here, this battle for third, Brad 81 points, Stevo 80 points, and Aaron 75 points. There's only 6 points between those guys for second, third, and fourth.
Yep,
So really,
that's the fight.
Steve, and Brad, they're the guys to really watch for the back end of, well, any of the parts of that podium. Glenn looking really comfortable though. Dave Zero not too far off the pace there. He's another 6 points back on 69. Farmer on 67 points. Kenny, and then Vaughan, Bob, and Matt, which pretty much round out year 10 there. As the boys just going to quali, Davo. So same structure that we've had all season so far, doing these 25-minute races with 2 10-minute qualifying sessions for each race. Yeah, well, like you mentioned, we are in Brazil. A lot of tracks here in Brazil, isn't it? Round 7.
Well, a lot that I didn't know of. We've just run 7 rounds here, and I do not know one of these tracks so far, so it's been a bit of a learning curve to call, obviously, because like normally we're sort of pretty savvy with and have driven most of the tracks we call, JB, and that's definitely been a change
there is
for the last 7 rounds.
There is a common theme though, Davo.
Yes, they're fast.
Common theme is they're fast, yeah. No, the tracks, they all seem to be around that 3 kilometre mark long. They all have around 10 turns, 9 turns, and it's always anti-clockwise.
It is. I think they've all been anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
Actually, it's sped up a little bit as the season's gone on. I do tell a lie because they're not all fast. The first, I think 3 or 4 were actually quite twisty little units, but the past couple were very quick. This one looks to be nice and flowy as well.
It does.
I think I actually read something on the forum about the history of this track. It actually reminded me, or by reading it, of something that you would have read about a UK or a track like Silverstone, where they built it around an airfield. So still a little bit of elevation change, but another good flowy track from Brazil once again tonight.
Yes. So the Autodrome International de Guapore. Something like that.
Well,
we try our best every week, Davo. I've really got nothing. We need the Brazilian tongue
Please, someone save us. Someone.
Right,
I'm not even going to attempt that one actually. So just going to leave you with that. Guapore.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, it's 3 kilometres anti-clockwise, 9 turns, 5 to the right, 4 to the left. Look, 5 minutes into quali. Should we talk about the racing? So, What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, look, no surprise. Gleno on the top of the list with a 062 in the back in the pit. Is he coming back out? Yes, he is. Farmer coming around next in line, also going into the pits for another crack at it. Who should we be looking at? Who's been chasing these? It's Brad.
Yeah, I saw 3 cars really jostling for. It looked like they were in a race at one point when I was looking at them.
Yeah. Aaron Enright, another that has been, like dominant off and on throughout the series and is where in the championship at the moment?
4th. So
that's right. So, another one to watch.
Yes, that Aaron, Steve-O, Brad combination is going to be where my eyes will be locked at in terms of their championship, because they aren't, like we said, they're only locked by 6 points. But yeah, anyway, like you said, Glenn at the top, 106.2. He's got a 0.2 margin. Look at that, Farmer's just popped up into P2.
Yes.
And Kenny also in the 106s, Davo.
And so Gleno and Farmer both have been in and refreshed their rubber for the back half of this qualifying session. So probably watch that space a little bit there. I'm not sure whether Kenny's been in or not yet. Or he's just gone out late and doing a short run. It's hard to know. Some of these boys do sit in the pits for a little while to see what's going on and just come out and do one run. Gleno and Farmer are not playing that game tonight. They're going out all out.
Yeah, that's right. And hey, just had a note slipped across the table to me. We are missing Dave Zero. He's got citizenship here, and that's why he is not present tonight. So congratulations on the citizenship there, Dave.
Awesome stuff.
And also your mate Pat's. Yeah, you're a bit crook, so yeah.
Not well.
Hope you're doing well. Get better soon, mate.
Yes. Yes, speedy recovery, please. Kenny, just quickly there while we were talking, has slipped into second, and look how close he is to Glenn's top.
And this is good to see, because we did see Glenn have a huge margin over the field last round, and now it looks like the cars are a bit closer in lap time through this quality session. So that's going to be good. Looks like Kenny's ready to challenge Farmer's hot on the pace.
Yeah, so
Brad
next one to look at, I think, is Farmer, just to see where he rolls in, but the pace at the top is epic.
2 minutes ago, they're all filing back into the pits. Can they just get a set? Yes, they can. 2 minutes ago, I've just seen Vaughan come into the pits, bolt on another set, and he's out there.
Yep, Farmer across the line with no gain.
They're going to get around to get that, that one last crack at the lap.
Yep. Vaughan back out. Stephen Melling across the line.
107.3 for Steve-O.
Yep. And Vaughan back out for another crack with a fresh set of boots. So watch that space as Bobby Laycock sitting in the pits. Right, can he pull? He needs like over half a second to get Real Farmer in there. He's in fourth. Doesn't manage it.
Watching a bit of the onboard from some of these drivers as they're going around the track, and man, they're soaring at the.
They're working hard
at the wheel. You see the car's attitude really sliding. Almost drifting.
Yeah, some of the corners. But funny you say that, because definitely, just as we watched Glenn, definitely drifting the car around and into the wall. Obviously, he's happy with his lap time. Kenny continues on and across the line. Status quo.
Yeah,
Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually. Farmer has actually made a bit of a gain, actually and up to, oh God, it's only a 1/10 of a second maybe on Kenny.
Yeah.
Aaron already back in the pit.
Close.
Stephen having another crack, but yeah, the practice that pre-race practice I've been watching, it was raining. Like we do have a rainy sort of a weekend coming up here for these guys, and I'm surprised at quali it isn't raining, or we don't have some sort of damp or wet track here.
Yeah. Well,
at the moment.
It's saying the track is moist, so
yeah,
maybe a shower had passed. Yeah. After that first practice session.
So that will be one thing to watch. It's good. I think the best one. It's going to be a variable weather, to be honest. Which means
which means action, and we love variable weather, don't we, Dave?
We do. Anything could happen. We love that.
Qualifying session is over. Glyn to the top, P1.
Yes.
Davo, 106.2. Not much between Kenny and Farmer there on 106.3 and a 106.3. So, yep. Steve-O 4th, Aaron 5th, Brad 6th, Vaughan 7th, Bobby Laycock
8th. And
I'm seeing on the screen the pitter-patter of raindrops on the track.
Oh, yes, we do. Well, how about that, ladies and gentlemen? Variable weather.
We've got light rain with a 12-kilometre southeast wind blowing with an ambient temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Track temp, yeah, not much higher, 23 degrees. It's a 2 o'clock start here at Guapore. And what are these guys going to be picking for their tyre choice, Davo? Is it going to be a slick tyre and take a gamble? Is it going to dry out? Is it going to be starting on a wet tyre? This is uncharted territory.
We don't even know.
Are we going to see pit stops? We haven't seen pit stops.
Well, the only time we see pit stops is in qualifying, usually.
and they just seem to come in and pull over and then disappear back out
again. They go again, yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is all new. Good to see the rain. We saw a bit of rain in qualifying a couple of rounds ago. But here we are, start of race 1, round 7 in the AMS2 series. We're counting down.
The nerves will be kicking in.
Oh, they will be, especially with the rain.
Yeah.
Thinking, what do we do? What do we do?
And I can't help but think the guys that are going to take the most conservative approach is going to be Brad, Steve-O and Aaron, because they're the guys. We're at the back end of the championship here. These guys, they want to take home.
Oh, they're close.
One of these dog tags. So
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So the last 3 chasing for the podium. Here we go. 1 second, and we're racing. Slippery start. Steve Belling with a fantastic start up into 3rd.
Yeah,
is he up in a 2nd?
There we go.
Oh, just sort of snuck up beside Farmer there, but didn't quite commit. Is he still? It's still open here.
Farmer slips in 3rd, but Steve-O and 3rd, Aaron in the yellow car. They get a good reference on who's in what car. Vaughan in the red car behind it, the yellow car of Aaron. Enright.
Very wet too, mind you.
The car's sliding around.
Just
There we go, Aaron getting a bit wide there.
Out of the car, out of Vaughan's car here. We just get a bit of a touchy-feely with Aaron, but look at the spray.
Wow.
These are the guys we're watching. These are guys fighting for 3rd position in the championship. Oh.
And Brad, why is Brad just dropped to the back?
He has.
Not ideal for Brad. We know he's sitting high in the championship. He had a shocker last round, which set him back. And looking at the guy there, certainly looking. Oh, look! I've just seen. Who's that?
Farmer in front.
Glenn's
Glenn's off.
around.
Oh, Glenn's sideways across the track. Oh, Oh, a little bit of a
Oh, that was so
dodgy
close.
re-entry there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that was.
Wow.
Oh, lucky. Lucky for everybody to come out unscathed there, actually. I think Kenny might have been one of the cars that just took some evasive action, slowed himself down a little bit.
Yeah.
But Bradley now in front of Glenn in sixth, Steve-O in fifth, Bobby in fourth, Vaughan now in third, Aaron now in second, Farmer in first. Now Farmer will take advantage of this surely, JB. He will take off.
And look, he's got a 4-second gap to Aaron
already. Yeah, so Aaron,
he's bounced.
Aaron's the one looking in the mirrors now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and this is great for Aaron. But like, I can't help but think Steve-O was right there too. He was up the front. Why has he gone so far back too? If these guys had a spin.
Oh, he has too. Yes.
Brad, now, you know, we were just talking about Brad before. He was damn near at the back, but now he's up. So, but Brad, I see.
Some interesting position changes there. Stephen now back in front of Bradley. Oh no, these guys are seesawing here. The rain's definitely affecting the way what's going on here.
They're going up and down the board like a yo-yo.
Unbelievable. Gleno actually pulled himself back up into fifth. Kenny still just sort of wrangling with it back in eighth position. But yeah, Glenn chasing down Bobby Laycock, Vaughan, Aaron, and Farmer will be off. They will be just head down, arse up, trying to stay away from the hard charging likes of Glenn and Kenny and obviously Steve-O. So yeah, those boys will definitely be focused.
Yeah, it's good to see Vaughan a lot further up the field there, and he's you know, got through those first couple of laps pretty well unscathed. The car doesn't look damaged in any way or anything like that.
No, not at all.
Looks fantastic on the track, that red. And in fact, you know, he's really keeping in his pace is pretty good too, actually. He's keeping with Aaron, he's running, and sometimes what happens, Davo, is, you know, you get that little sniff of a podium in the car in front and it just ups your game a little bit, and you just tend to...
You rise to it, don't you?
Yeah, you just find something that you didn't have before.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but your focus just gets that much better.
Yeah.
In fact, he's actually closing it on Aaron.
He is closing it on Aaron quite quickly, actually. Just looks, you know, like it's clearly raining here, but some parts of the circuit, like this
really throwing up spray.
Yeah, this end of the circuit looks like it's
drier.
It doesn't look as wet as down the other end of it. So,
and like as they come into one, you can see the spray coming off the car. So definitely wetter at different parts of the circuit. Really close now, isn't he? In fact, he's looking for an outside move.
Oh, can he make
These
it stick?
guys are side by
He's
side.
right out the side too.
And
he's out of the wet.
It gives him the right to the next corner, doesn't it?
It does.
He actually went the long way around, Dave.
He did, and you could see him as he got offline. The amount of water that's out offline there, the spray was massive off that car. So, yeah, very slippery out there. Good move.
Yeah, it'd be great to see these guys battle it all the way to the end. They're nice and tight, and they're in a really nice position between them, racing well together.
Definitely. Like we said,
Farmer
8 seconds.
He's dipped into the 1 minute 10s. He's the quickest of all of them now.
Aaron.
In fact, Glenn in the 110s now as well. So
yeah, so Aaron and Vaughan, or Vaughan and Aaron, should I say respectively, in between Farmer and Gleno. Gleno starting from the front row of the grid. I think Kenny was second up to him, and fell back straight away, putting Farmer in second, and then there's been a hell of a scene, and it's all changed. Gleno just pulling that back. Bobby Laycock in a really good spot, actually, just quietly.
Yeah.
But
He is. This is a great performance from Bob to be sitting in P5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Showing good pace. He's got pace. He's quicker than Brad and Steve-O at the moment. Lap times 1 minute 13 as opposed to the 1 minute 14s. But yeah, it'd be good to see. It's good to see Vaughan up in second actually, and Aaron. These guys, they've always struggled up on the. They've been there or thereabouts most of the time, and we saw Aaron get a breakthrough podium, so he was chuffed about. So yeah,
of course, it's
good to see him hanging in there.
Always good for the confidence. Just that little shot, shot the arm
Vaughan running a bit wide there,
and
now Vaughan on the outside. So these guys are really having a good battle.
And again, you can see that, look, the rain stopped, but you can still see that moisture out offline. When these guys get a little bit offline, you can see that the track is definitely wet. Off that racing line. See a lot of spray come from Vaughan's car there, but yeah, these guys cracking on, probably slowing themselves down a little bit, allowing Glenn.
Yeah, actually just noticed that car of Glenn in the background getting a little closer.
No surprise, really.
But they're doing really well because we've seen the cars, with a lot of damage in some of these races, and some no fault of their own, getting caught up in other stuff. But this time they're actually they're racing good. Look at this, Aaron. We've got Aaron just making a pass on the inside of Vaughan now. So these guys are having a great thing on there, swapping positions.
Yeah, nice work there. Vaughan leaving a little bit of space, puts a wheel on the grass, probably had got an eye in the mirror as well now as Gleno ranges like very hotly up behind him. It looks like he's going to make the move immediately. Offside of the corner.
Yeah,
Vaughan
nice and tight. Yeah.
Very tidy
It's
stuff.
a little bit of a wobble there on the exit of the turn 4.
And then down into this lovely sweeping right there. A little bit of camber in a lot of these corners.
Yeah, I'm just noticing the times are dropping, Davo. They were around that 111s. Farmer was the first to break into the 1 minute 10s. Last lap round, he did a 1 minute 9, back into the low 1 minute 10s now. Aaron at 109.7. So the track's improving.
Without a doubt. I mean, visually we can see it. The dry line starting to form, and just the pace, but still just that little slippery edge. There as we speak. Is that raindrops again?
Just keeping an eye on it. Yeah, it is. It started. I thought it had just stopped raining. You're right. The image that I've got is the precipitation. The H2O is falling from the grey stuff in the sky.
It has returned.
It has. Another drink has been delivered from the heavens. So, in the background, Dave, I'm just keeping an eye on Steve-O. He is back there, but he was
Let's have a quick look.
He's getting close to Bobby Laycock, but Bobby Laycock doing a standing job tonight. He's really holding his position well. He's racing hard, and albeit there's a bit of a gap, up to Brad ahead. These guys are keeping it nice and close. So keep our eyes on Steve-O. He is showing a little bit quicker pace. He's really on the back of Bob now.
Looks like he's heading for a move here. He's got a bit of slip on him there.
Up the side, going down into turn 1. Big long left-hander. Nice
clean move from Stephen.
A lot of banking. Look at the inside camber on these corners.
Yeah, nice camber on that corner. And it's quite a long corner, and they do still carry a fair bit of pace here. But the first half of this track, I think I would say has got some really nice cambered corners, and it probably runs the opposite way a little bit towards the back of the circuit. So a little bit of everything going on. Oh yeah, and it's the rain. It does continue and start to get a little bit heavier. We'll pop up the front, see where Glenn's his pass. Vaughan Mark, now Glenn in third. Aaron Enright just trying to keep his head down and keep looking forward, mate, and not concentrate on that Motol car, 34 car coming from behind. Farmer, good healthy lead. We're halfway, pretty well right now through the race. So yeah, Farmer's going to want to keep his head together. You can just a quick glance there, you can see all top 3 cars in the one camera shot.
But can these guys start on whatever tyre? I suppose they could pick a tyre, couldn't they? It's like or a wet.
I think
surely
that's the way
you'd
to
be
go.
on the wets, wouldn't you?
Well, you'd think so. Well, it was raining. Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose if you get dumped on the grid.
And I left the jumped on the
grid.
Dumped on
the grid.
I'm not putting slicks on.
No, definitely not. No, good point.
You'd be a brave man if you're on slicks out there. But look, hey, as the track warms up and what happens even with these wets, they do have a knock-off effect too, because they are a very soft compound tyre. With you might have heard some of the guys talk about, in previous telecasts, how a wet tyre works. It's got these big brick-like grooves through it, and as the tyre warms up on that soft compound, they round off a lot, and they don't do as great a job of dispersing the water. No. So what happens is these wet tyres, if they are running around on wets, they're going to start to shag out. They're going to actually get terrible as they heat up and wear out.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember, 25 minutes on a wet tyre is going to...
That's got to hurt.
Yeah.
So, but however, we're not seeing much drop-off at the pointy end of the field, are we?
Oh, no, I've just seen Farmer go around. In the lead.
There he goes. He's still off track. Oh, he's still gathering it.
He's done
65 and a half bloody donuts.
He's done 65 donuts.
And now he's in third.
Oh, no.
And with Vaughan breathing down his neck. Here's Farmer on those big, chunky, blocky, wet tyres we were just talking about.
Yeah.
As he chases a bit of wet road.
They all got to be. And look, we did have Glenn on pole, and he went way to the back with the spin out. Got caught up with a real freaky re-entry to the track, where I think a lot of the guys scrambled to go around him, but he's worked his way back right up. And now we've got Aaron leading the race, which is fantastic for Aaron. He's done a great job. He's kept out of trouble. Cards have fallen his way this time. It's great to see, Davo.
It is awesome to see, but he has got Gleno chasing him down.
He has got Gleno chasing him down.
A formidable player in the game here, and looking like a very wet and shiny road. And look at
my God! Look at that pacing.
Oh, how
he caught him at like Aaron. He's just gone around the outside. What's going on?
How does he do that?
How do you do that?
I'm speechless. What happened? What just happened there?
Yeah, what just happened? He had a huge gap, and then it was just like he started driving and the handbrake on or something. I can't explain that.
That is amazing.
Okay, so now the new race leader is Glenn, from the front to the back to the front.
Mate, can't go wrong with that.
No, you can't. Aaron on P2.
Aaron in P2.
Now holding third.
And oh God, we got about, doesn't matter, 8.5 minutes to go. There's anything can happen here, people, I tell you. Aaron in second, Farmer in third, Vaughan in fourth, Bradley in fifth, Bobby in sixth, Steve-O back in sixth, and Kenny still in eighth, which surprises me. Is his car
Yeah, yeah.
that badly damaged? He is going seriously slow.
Yeah, that's unusual to see Kenny not have the pace because he has been running up the front with Glenn pretty much
Has he
every
run?
round, hasn't he?
Has he run that wet tyre when
Maybe he's
everybody
on a-
else has run that slick tyre and accounted for that little bit of dry track? He's super slow,
Yeah, he's
and so is
wait.
Stephen.
So is Stephen. They're like 1 minute 18s and 1 minute 17s, and you look at the rest of the field doing 1 minute 11s. They're like a
Yeah.
good 5-6 seconds slower, even more.
Yeah, even like you got
6
Bobby,
seconds slower than the whole
Brad,
field.
Bobby and
Really?
Brad still running, 12s and 13s. These guys are 5 seconds past that. So
You've got to think they're on a slick tyre then, and the other guys are on a wet tyre for sure.
or they've got a very hot wet tyre, and the other boys have been dealing with a slick tyre through all that rain. I don't know. We will find out post race. We're going to get to the bottom of this. But these boys are definitely tippy-toeing these cars around.
The images I'm getting on the screen though, Dave, even though the rain is slowing down a little bit, it does look a bit sunnier. I'm seeing a few shadows on the track, the sun looks like it is out. The track's definitely brighter.
Yes, so...
Although it's still saying the track is moist and the weather has light rain, but...
Yeah, definitely getting a bit of sun shining through the cloud now, which is good. It'll put a bit of temperature back in that track and let it dry, get that dry line back a little bit. Time winding down though very quickly, so what good is it going to do anybody? We don't know. Aaron in second after seeing Glenn just go back and forth through the position. Farmer is still in third, or back in third, should I say. 4 and 4. Bradley fifth, Bobby sixth, and Steve-O and Kenny again, like I mentioned, tippy-toeing.
Now what's happened there? Because Steve-O was really close to the back of Bobby Laycock. And now Steve-O's...
He's doing what Kenny's doing. Look at the lap times.
Yeah, and now Steve-O's quite far behind Bob, so...
Kenny and him are circulating together. They are...
Yeah, I think they're on a different tyre. Those two must be on a different tyre to the rest of the field, based on the lap times, right?
Yeah.
And as the... Look, it's not raining, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, will we see an improvement in time from Steve-O and Kenny?
Well, good point.
If they were on a different tyre.
Now, if they got slower, you would suspect they're on the full wet tyre.
Yeah.
Because this track would be getting drier and hotter. Those big chunky blocks you were talking about are starting to move around and get hot.
Yeah. Well, now it's a 2.4 second lead already.
Okay, and we just see Stephen, do a 1:10? Is that right?
So his time's improved
and so is
dramatically. They were like...
And so is Ken.
So is Kenny, yeah. But surely, I mean, it's only been like a few minutes. The slick can't just come into play so quickly.
You wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, I'm still looking at the spray coming off the cars. So
that's right.
I mean, the track's obviously still wet.
Half the track's still wet, or more than that is still wet. We've just got this little skinny dry line there, which is a little bit hard to see on camera, but you can clearly see it when these boys just get offline a little bit, get a bit of spray. We will
Aaron nearly a full second quicker than Glenn that last rep.
Yes, I was going to say we'll just pop back up the front because Aaron is moving and shaking at the moment. And Glenn in sight.
Yeah. And Brad on a 109 too. So Aaron and Brad showing real pace. Look, Steve-O, 109 too. So Steve-O's come alive. Steve-O, Brad, Steve-O's come alive all of a sudden. So is Kenny.
It's that tyre.
That tyre, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Glenn on the inside. as he was going down that main straight there,
Chasing a bit of water.
So Glenn's on a wet. If Glenn's chasing water, he's on a wet tyre. The sun's out. The rain has stopped. On the visuals I'm seeing, look, it looks a bit wet on the fringes of the track.
Okay, so we're going to watch Glenn's this next time from the Motel 34 car.
Gap under down to 2 seconds between Glenn and Aaron now. Massive gap back to Brad. We've lost Farmer. Farmer's gone. He was in third. Brad's moved
back
up
to fifth.
Now.
Yeah,
Farmer was leading the race there by miles at one point.
Again, we wonder.
Look
at the eights. We got Stephen.
Yeah, look at the eights.
Kenny and eights.
Okay,
and we got
there you go. They're on
Farmer, Bobby Laycock. We've got Vaughan as well. But then Glenn.
Yeah.
It's the enigma. It's just what is he doing? How can he do both times on both surfaces? What is going on?
Yeah.
And Aaron's going.
There's a little bit of that magic.
And Aaron's going with him though.
Aaron's going with him.
So,
and that gap is coming down. So Aaron is actually showing good pace.
Look at it. Who's doing the quickest time here? Brad
on a 107.7.
Which is awesome.
Now, Farmer's had a big look at his time, 1:35.1.
Oh, so he's had a bit.
He's been doing Doughies again.
Yeah.
Hasn't he?
Yeah.
Kenny.
So he's in the burnout competition.
I think as this track's dried, the sun's come out. Geez, it happened quickly though, didn't it?
Didn't it? What?
In a matter of like 4 or 5 minutes. Now that gap was about 2.5 seconds, Davo. Now look at Aaron's car. He is like within 1 second now of Glenn. With 1 minute to go, they're gonna cross the line again and go for one more. So if it stays dry, Aaron's gonna be all over Glenn.
I hear what you're saying.
Is that something we're used to saying? No, it's not.
It's definitely not. But you know, catching and passing is two different things. We say it all the time. But go, Aaron. Anybody that can challenge any series leader, I think, at this late in the season is doing well. So he's after him, isn't he? He's got to head down.
And he's a full second on that quicker.
Yeah.
And no surprises, you can see it on the screen how close he's pulled that gap in. But like you said, Brad,
he's hitting sevens.
He's honking.
He's well on the funny, so. And then we just see 12s, 11s, you know, and then you get down the back again with Stephen, and look, he's doing sevens.
Now they're catching. Now, look, Steve-O was close to Bob before, and now Steve-O's all over Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, look how close Aaron is.
Oh, I got to stay on the Aaron Enright and Glendua battle. This is going to run down to the wire here.
He is.
Aaron, he's up on the inside, wrong side of the corner. We saw Glenn go round the outside here earlier in the evening. Aaron's not going to let up.
No, he's not.
He's got to keep his head.
Yeah, he's got grip in hand. We're going to the checkers now, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely.
This is the last lap.
Glenn's seasoned competitor and is not going to let this go lightly.
Look at this. This is awesome, Dave. They're so close. We know these guys. I'm picking them both on different
Here we go.
Here we go. It's the last corner.
Oh, Aaron's out.
Oh, my goodness.
What a fantastic finish from the boys there.
Yeah, shit. That was
Very
awesome.
Nice. Bradley Robinson ran for third position. Vaughan Martin. What a... I'm stunned.
Hang on. There's Brad.
Brad in third. We've got Vaughan coming across in fourth. Farmer, the Donut King, in in fifth. Oh dear. Oh, has it? Fuck, how did it change? Excuse my French. How much did that race change throughout? Steve-O, and look at the battle at the end. Stephen, Kenny, Bobby Laycock.
Bobby Laycock was hanging in there that whole race. It all changed at the end, didn't it?
It did. So Steve-O, Kenny, and Bobby to round out the 8. Awesome stuff. Oh my, what a race, JB.
Kenny, he was the fastest car on track at the end with a 1:07.5.
A 7.5. I thought that was quicker than.
Yeah, so we were saying Kenny and Steve-O had like the worst times, and then all of a sudden they've got the best times.
Well, yeah, it was Kenny and Brad actually.
Yeah, Brad had the next best time, 1:07.7. So
cutting the good times. So
it's on their best time. So wow, there you go.
Awesome work.
How do we debrief this, Davo?
Well, how do we debrief this?
Where do we go? We got to find out who was on what tyre.
Oh well, we got to get Steve Melling, Kenny Simpson, and probably Bobby Laycock up here.
All right. Well, let's go. Okay. Let's go and talk to Bob.
Let's just swap it around.
Let's swap it around. So we're going from the back to the front, or the front to the back?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's talk to Steve-O. We'll grab Steve-O.
Stephen. Yes.
Okay, here we go.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Steve-O, welcome to the comms box. We're mixing it up here tonight.
Okay.
We're going back to the front to the back.
Oh, mate.
Wow. Changing conditions.
No, hang on. What the hell happened there, Steve? Like, seriously, what tyres were you on?
Yeah, the slicks the whole way. I was hoping to get some advantage, but it was like in the last 2 laps I got some advantage, but it was too late. It was a narrow line you had to try and stay on too. And if you got a little bit off, you were just trying not to go in the grass. You were just begging not to go in the grass. Yeah. And honestly, the tires, it was an emotional roller coaster. There was grip. There was no grip. There was there's no grip. So it was so dodgy. Others did well. Others did similar.
I know. We were watching it. It just looked like in the first bit of the race, even though it was raining, everybody looked like they had the same pace. But when it got towards the middle of the race, everything changed. Some of you guys just slowed right down.
For me, it was lap 3, and then and it was like the track was had standing water, and I was sliding everywhere. I was over revving, and it was just, and everyone went past me all in that 2 corners. And honestly, it's not like I did anything different with the throttle or anything. It was just, you have no grip right now. Good luck, and the tires went blue instantly. And
wow,
wow,
so all the grip just disappeared.
We could see it, Steve-O, like in the lap times and how a car would range up so quickly and then just drop back. Other cars, were starting to spin out as they got offline, like you were mentioning. But what was exciting was that the cars came back to each other, and mate, you should have seen it up the front. It was on. Aaron was doing a great job.
Yes, that was cool to see. So you'll find out anyway what the strategy is if you talk to them. But that was quite interesting. But
So anyway, we've mixed it up tonight, haven't we, Davo? So there you go. That was Stephen Melling. Far out.
Thanks, Steve. Well done, mate.
User was moved out of your channel.
Who was behind him? It was Kenny, wasn't it?
Kenny.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Kenny. You're down here in the box with the boys. What tyre were you on? A dry?
Kenny Simpson.
Looks like he's snuck out for some spag bowl, hasn't he?
He's snuck out for a quick smoke.
Well, he can go back.
User was moved
out of your
Laycock.
Channel. Do we have you?
Bob.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Bob. How are you?
No, Mark.
Good. Can you hear me?
Yes, we've got you. Hey, mate, you're at the back there for a bit, and then you move forward really, really well. You pulled away from Steve-O, and then he came back to you at the end. My guess is you're on a wet tyre. Is that right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. But with my level of skill, it doesn't make that much difference whether it's wet or dry. No, I thought I might just keep in front of both of them at the end there, but I went wide on the final corner, so never mind. At least I didn't get lapped tonight. That's a bonus for me.
Did well, but just a lesson about those wet tyres. They get very hot and slippery.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So what was the consensus out there? The chatter on the radios. It looks like there was a bit of a mixed bag on what guys were taking in tyres.
Absolutely, it was. Yeah, people were on wets, people were on dries, and it didn't really seem that we all seemed to struggle no matter what we were on. So I guess that's even. But I tell you what, if that's the weather in Brazil, if it's that changeable, I think I'll stick to New Zealand.
You're right. The conditions changed so quickly, didn't it?
And yeah. Entertaining though, entertaining. Should we say character building?
That's it. If it doesn't kill you, it'll it's only character building. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, the camera guys were on focus on you there for a bit there with Steve-O and yourself, so having a great battle. So yeah, well done, Bob.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, good fun.
Great to see you having a good crack.
Keep it up as well. I'm enjoying watching these tapes afterwards. It's good fun to watch.
Oh,
so thanks a lot.
Well, thank you for continuing to watch, because I know they've been a bit haphazard lately. So.
It's good. It's good fun.
It is good fun. That's what it's all about. Awesome work, Bob. Thanks, mate. We'll be watching you again next race.
Thank you. Yeah.
User was moved out of your channel.
There you go. Far out. Shall we, let's just. I'm going to bring down Glenn and Glenn and where is he? And Aaron. And Aaron. Here we go. Glenn and Aaron. We've got both you two at the same time.
Oh, true.
So welcome down here. Now that was an entertaining race. We saw Glenn go from pole. He binned it and he worked his way back, and we saw Aaron slightly go back and then come forward and really attack at the end. Now, my guess was Glenn was on wets and Aaron was on slicks.
You got it.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I was the guy searching for water, and then when Aaron got to me, I was the same guy that was telling him you have to go the long way around, which is wet. I was so happy when you crossed the line and there was 2 seconds left, and I thought, I've got another lap, I can do it, but I needed one more after that.
Yeah.
So the glitch in the matrix there, it was about 2 tenths, I think.
Yep. Mate, it's perfect weather conditions just to provide us with that finish, though. So there's no complaints from up here. I tell you,
what, boys, we do it all again.
Yeah, that's right. We're looking forward to it too. But great battle, and obviously we weren't privy to what tyres you guys were running, so there's lots of guesswork going on up here in the comms box about who's on what and where and how, and there's a very close watch on the lap times. But
it was all guesswork for us too. Yeah, 100%. We had a big debrief during the practice session, and we sort of explained to the guys what the weather was doing and the scenarios that you could possibly do it on a slick and you can possibly do it on a wet. But
on both,
both tyres are dodgy, and so I'm not sure if you're privy to the inside information, but the pit lane is a 16-second lane time, so 16 seconds to get in and out, and it says 15.7 to just change the tyres, but it's actually 17.5, so that's the difference. So you're about 35 seconds in the hole if you want to change over to slicks for that last 6-minute run.
Why would you bother when you see the slicks and the wets taking equal turns? What we saw, was like, whatever you choose, you kind of got to stay on it, don't you? Because if you go in, you're going to lose too much time.
For sure.
And the conditions look like they change so quickly that it favours the tyre that quickly within minutes. So, but we did see you searching. We saw you searching for the wet down the front straight.
Yep. We did.
You could see the spray. There was a bit of a giveaway that you're on a wet tyre. And certainly offline the spray. There on those outer cambered corners, weren't they?
Yeah, like Glenn said, we Aaron just had to stay in the dry line, until he wanted to get past. Then he had to go with a wet line. And
Yeah, and there was just no grip on the slicks around that last turn. You couldn't get around it,
Yeah.
and then you couldn't accelerate out of it quick enough either. So
No.
it was tough.
There was one point in the race we just saw Glenn just round you up like you're standing still, and we were standing there going,
Outside of the
What?
final turn,
Yeah.
yeah. We were going, what just happened there?
yeah,
That was
Yeah.
it. You couldn't push any harder.
no.
There was so much surface water on that last corner. The rest of the track was pretty good, but you got there and it was just like a lake.
Yeah.
So how cool is that, boys? 7 rounds in, and we got this real mixed bag of weather and tire modules, and look at the racing it threw up. You know, there was 2 tenths between first and second. I think Brad was coming. He was on a slick. Kenny's slick didn't work at all, and during the week he'd practice it, and I think he was a sure shot for a podium on his slick from flag to checkers. But
Yeah, but I think he got fastest lap at the end.
Did he?
So
Okay.
so he did come good, but he'd lost so much.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
so far back, you know.
Yeah.
He just lost so much time. But
Yeah, we saw a couple of cars come off and do a couple of spins, and
a couple
we
of
saw
20,
Farmer do about
couple
10
of 20,
donuts, didn't he?
25. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Okay.
Stephen sung a very similar tune to what you did just then, Aaron. Was that there was so much standing water that no matter how much practice you'd had, you couldn't go near the throttle. It just wheel spun and the tires just went blue. You know, like it just totally went off.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's 100% correct.
Yeah, if we get another, because quali's random, if we get this quali as wet during this quali with a progressive track, I'd be surprised if we see anybody go on a slick this next one.
Okay. Well, there you go. There you go, everyone.
2 minutes to go. Refresh.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
There you go.
Yeah, cheers, boys, and thanks, Aaron, for the battle. That was bloody awesome.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Loved it.
Good on
Cheers,
you,
guys.
boys. Okay, we'll talk soon.
User was moved out of your channel.
Lovely.
User was moved out of
There
your
you
channel.
go. We are going to get it looks like a very short intermission now, JB. We'll be back in a moment. How good was that?
Fantastic.
Okay, back soon. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are back for race 2. I think it's actually qualifying. Or Q2.
Q2.
Hang on. Let me control this button. There we go. We're in qualifying. We're back for the official coverage of the ASRNZ AMS2 series, the MRX P4 Cup. It's round 7, race 2. JB, welcome back, my friend. Oh my God, wet race, first race. What a cracker.
Threw it up. It almost looked like it didn't matter what tyre you're on. The wet was the quickest, and then the slick was the quickest, and then the wet was the quickest, and then the slick was the quickest. The track evolved so much, so quickly, and favoured each tyre equally. So what it did was create a bit of yin and yang, didn't it?
It was the perfect storm. Like literally any tyre choice. As we saw, I think the two lead cars, Leno and Aaron, who came in across the line in hundreds of seconds from each other, were on 2 different tyres, 25 minutes through, a very varying weather conditions. So amazing stuff. Great to watch from our end.
Yeah, didn't he do well at the start of that race? Because even though it was really wet, and he was hanging in there like with good pace, he made a good breakaway, didn't he? So yeah, in that early stages, he actually did very well. But considering he was on that slick, but yeah, you're right. 5 minutes to go in quali Q2 for race 2. The conditions certainly look drier though. We've got sun on the track. There's certainly none of that wet stuff.
A hell of a lot drier.
Can't even see puddles on the outside of the corners. Wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a bit of marbles that these big tyres throw up.
Yeah, so good clean stuff as we see a few of the boys, Aaron included, as we just got the cameras on him, coming into the pits. We're half through the qualifying session, and we've seen this a lot with the boys coming in, getting a new set of boots on the cars, getting back out on track and looking for something a little bit more as we see Kenny just drift.
Whoa, yes, look at that.
All the way around the final turn. Surely that's not quick. It's spectacular.
It looked great, didn't it?
It looked fantastic.
He crossed the line. He didn't really improve, and he's pulled over.
He's had enough.
He's had enough. He's straight back to the pits.
Straight back to the pits there.
Far out. Look at that. A 105.9 from
5.9.
Glenn.
Whoa.
I haven't even seen a 5.
No wonder he's back in the pits. Farmer back around. I thought he was in a different coloured car. We were told, but no, he's back in his factory blue on blue. With the 106.7, Steve-O. Oh God, look, with the dry qualifying session, what tyres are these guys thinking about? They could get dumped on the grid and just end up with it just pissing down. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? As we see Bobby Laycock, I think it is. No, Vaughan Martin, should I say, into the pits as well.
Yeah, Vaughan had a great mid part of that race, didn't he? He was right up there and
absolutely
up on the podium contention there at one point, I think. And him and Aaron were having a really good battle.
Yeah, that sort of back end of the first half of the race and through the middle, he was because it was all going on. There was a few boys that spun, and the top end of the field had gone. Most of the top end of the field had gone backwards, and these guys that were in the mid-pack had just jumped right at the front. It was on, and then the weather changed.
And then the weather changed, that's right. And then it changed again.
And then it changed again. Yeah.
So who we got out on track? We got Kenny. He's gonna be the first. He's the highest ranked car on screen. Well, 106.3. Trying to take it to Glenn in the pits, like he said before. He's parked it up. He looks like he's happy with that time. 2 minutes 20 to go in the session.
Well, what
Got
would you
Kenny
be?
out on
What
track,
is it?
Farmer on track, Steve
A
out on track,
5'9".
Aaron out on track. There's only 3 guys left out on track. The rest are in the pits. So.
Yeah, so Gleno with a 5'9".
Oh, Kenny.
No surprise, he's in the
really.
pits. Kenny around. Farmer just across the line again, going for another. I think he thinks that he's got Kenny's measure, and he well might have. Kenny just not on point the last couple of laps. Farmer's going to have a good solid crack at it. Steve Melling also. No mucking around. These guys are probably reveling. JB on a dry track here at the moment.
We've lost Brad. Where's Brad?
Brad Robinson out.
Where's Brad?
Gone off the server, unfortunately.
That's bad. Because Brad is second in the championship.
So, where is Brad? Hopefully he's not back in the transporter already.
No, I'm just...
Hopefully he'll come back. Is he on?
No, he's not.
He's not, no. So we've got no comms on Brad. We can't even ask him how he's going. So unfortunate there. Farmer. In front of Kenny by 1,000th of a second.
Wow.
1,000th of a second. You heard it right here, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter. Much freaking closer than that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's... Isn't it impressive when you see those split times like that?
Oh.
So it's very rare. Sometimes they actually level out too, don't they?
They do. We do see the
an
zero.
equal time, but
yeah, we do see 0 times, and it's actually not all that rare too. Surprisingly, on certain circuits, where the average speeds and times are quite close. But there you go, Steve Melling. Oh, lots of drifting going on towards the end of this session here. We're just winding down, about 80 seconds to go. As you can probably see that graphic there.
Yeah,
Melling.
Drifts again, doesn't he?
He's in the D2 server for the drift session. No mucking around, just testing the limits. You've got to know where the limits are, JB.
Well, that's right. If you don't push the limits.
Well, how do you know?
Makes you go faster, isn't it? So,
nice work.
No surprises. Steve back to the pits. Kenny, last car on track. Will he improve?
1,000th of a second. And he did!
Wow.
He did! Unbelievable. There you go with a 308. The guy's a Ford man. He's got a .308 on Glenn. That'll do his head in. But anyway... Oh my God, good work, Kenny, at the final minute, like second of qualifying. My God.
Strangely enough, these guys way quicker in the, Kenny and Farmer, quicker in the first sector. But Glenn in the second sector just smashes them. Yeah, even in the last sector, the second and the third sector, Glenn's just smashed them in the time there. But
So,
Kenny, Farmer.
That's usually a driving style
yeah,
thing, isn't it?
It
JB,
is, yeah,
it's just like, you gel with that series of corners, and you just seem to nail it. But
part of that's like either slow and fast out or fast and slow out, just depending where that timing loop is, where that sector picks it up. But
awesome work.
Interesting. Anyway, there we go. Glenn on pole, Kenny shares the front row, Farmer and Steve-O second row, Aaron back there with Vaughan, Bob, Laycock, and missing, unfortunately, disappointing to find out in this field that Brad is not there. And yes, Davo, I know why you're saying because that super sunny session we just had has been separated by shit. Look at the sideways wind.
It's not even raining. It is like freaking pissing down.
Well, I can
it's
tell
like
you.
Nearly hailing. I'm in car and it sounds like it's hailing.
Yeah. You're not going to pick flicks for sure. No way.
My God, hopefully these guys have got some really good sort of risers in their helmets. Imagine that rain stinks.
You don't want to be. It's not the day the crew hands you the open face the open face
Okay,
helmet.
here you go. Get into it, boys.
Yeah, get into it in a set of goggles or something.
Nice.
But that's what they did in the old school days, didn't they?
That's right.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
got amongst it. No mucking around. Oh, look, this is going to be epic. Surely these guys are going to run on wets. This looks like a lot heavier track rain-wise than it was previously in race 1. We are just about to start race 2.
Yeah, this time I can see on the graphic overhead, it is saying rain and the track conditions being wet. So certainly different to light rain and a moist track. So clearly wet. I would be taking the wet, but who knows? There might be something gambled with that other tyre.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. Anyway, here we
Good
go.
luck with that, yeah.
We've got 3 seconds to go. Race 2, round 7. AMS2, ASRNZ. A great start again from Steve Milling. Does he get beside Farmer again? It's almost a carbon copy of race 1. Gets past Kenny. Gets up beside. Look at the rain.
How
I can't.
much water is coming off these cars?
I can't see anything.
If we can't see anything, what can they see? We've got to go on
Look
board.
at this. On board with Aaron and Ryan and the 3 cars in front. I can't see any of them. Get in front with Stephen. He's trying to get offline just to try and see something here.
Yeah.
Farmer in by Glenn. Farmer. All sides
Who was that off? Farmer. Just
Farmer. Stephen gets past.
Takes the apex of the corner. Really understeers as he goes in though. No grip in the tyre. and that's what's going to happen too. Is not only do you have a wet track, you've got a cold, wet tyre. It's going to take a lot of confidence until these guys really are able to,
start to lean on that.
Lean on the tyre as they warm up. So they'll be watching the pressures and whatever they've got on board to know when that comes up that they can rely on that. And that kind of information is vital as a driver to know that that temperature has come up. But it's also a feel thing too, isn't it, Dave?
Oh, it is, and it's that information you talk about is literally coming through your hands via the wheel. So so another little quick bit of information: Kenny Simpson again qualified 2nd position like race 1 and is currently running last. He did.
Has he picked the slick tyre?
Maybe
by
accidentally.
Mistake? Has Kenny just
Totally.
He just doesn't even look like he's in the same ballpark as the other guys.
In total drift mode.
Kenny. I'm gonna say he's on the slick tyre, Dave. He's got to make his way to the pits and get that sorted out.
Wouldn't surprise me. Aaron Enright, who was right up behind Farmer there, actually now just dropped back a little bit.
Look at Vaughan put pressure on Aaron.
And in the clutches of Vaughan, and look how wet it is. Look how slippery this stuff is, mate. You can see these guys working hard for it.
Yeah, this track looks proper wet, doesn't it? There's no in between, is there?
No. And just the visual, the concentration that's required, like the spray. Oh, as we see Vaughan all over the back of Aaron.
Farmer's off the track. Farmer again touring the green stuff.
Once again.
Yes. That promotes Vaughan to the upper position. He's gone a long way around though. He made a bold move on Aaron there. Just cost him, and now Vaughan taking to the grass. Sorry, Davo.
No, that's okay. That's okay. And Vaughan
Got a
is
bit
still
of
trying to... It's got a bit of... It's a bit of going everywhere, isn't it? We've got Farmer off, we've got Vaughan off. Bobby just hanging in there in 5th, just going, look, I'm just going to keep my bloody shit together right here. Kenny, I think, clearly has the wrong tyre.
Without a doubt, he's just nowhere.
He's got to come into the pits.
Yeah,
Steve,
and we... Who was saying in the post-race interviews about the transit time? It was something like 15 seconds or something through the lane, and then
7.5 or something. Yeah,
something. Yeah, so it's such a long time.
It is a long time.
And if you think if it's 35 seconds to do all of that, that's half a lap.
That's right. And it's not ideal. It's not what they're looking for. You want to get it right, the decision right. First thing, like as soon as you hit the grid. Whew. And look, I'm taking a breath. Imagine what these guys are doing. Bloody hell. Just so intense. Vaughan Martin trying to stay in touch with Aaron there. How in touch can you be when you got that much spray? Like you got a little bit of a visual, and then when you get too close, then you got nearly nothing for a little while before you get falling all over the back of him, aren't you? So Vaughan just looking for that little bit of space.
Vaughan looking racy, actually. He's going with Aaron.
He's quick.
He's come on. He had made his own mistakes. Aaron, I think, really being a bit conservative in these conditions, and rightfully so.
Oh, absolutely.
He's thinking, well, there's only one round next, and with Brad AWOL, he's doesn't really need to do much too wrong. He's just got to kind of really finish and not get involved.
Vaughan round the out.
Yeah. On the other hand, Vaughan's got nothing to lose, isn't
No.
he? As we watch him just rip around the outside.
The outside of one, I think it was again.
And we've seen 2 outside moves on Aaron today.
Yeah, both, I think, in the same corner, mind you. But yeah, like you said, he's playing the long game. Sensibly. Yeah. And now with Brad out of the picture, just taking that little bit more care. He knows he can wrap it up. And Vaughan, nothing to lose, and he's off. He's going to chase down Steve-O, no doubt.
Well, he's 2/10 quicker than Steve-O.
In horrendous conditions, mind you. Yeah. Look, as you said, it looks terrible out there.
But look, Glyn and Steve-O up the front, just in a really checked out from the field. Steve-O 2.7 seconds adrift, 11 seconds back to Vaughan, and Aaron, they're quite close together. Bobby Laycock again, mid-packing, and he's got Farmer.
That's Kenny Simpson. It's just in amongst those leaders there now, in a car that really he doesn't have a lot of control of. So
he's got zero control.
So that is not ideal for the boys coming through. Bobby Laycock's probably the next to.
Kenny, you've got to go into the pits, bud.
Yeah.
I think you're on the wrong tyre.
I think Farmer's the next one to come across that. I think we actually just called Bobby Laycock off track there with a little excursion. But
oh yes, you're right.
Farmer, probably the next car that needs to get up behind that back marker car. There goes past Kenny Simpson, Bobby Laycock. I think we did catch him just a little bit off track there. Very trying conditions though, JB. These boys are working hard. This takes some skill, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah, it does, and rightfully so. You've got to adapt to these conditions, and like they've just come out of a dry qualifying session, so they would have been like tipping the last 10 minutes of quality. They were ripping and changing tyres and like fully gripped up, and leaning into corners. Now they're where do you brake?
They're tippy toeing around.
All their braking markers have changed. The way they apex the corner, everything's
Every
and
marker.
they got to feel it. Like you said, you talked about it before. They feel it through the wheel.
Yeah.
They might have a bit of telemetry that they can go on and who's that? Going to Farmer again. Off the track.
Well off the
In the
track
background.
and doing a couple of jumps now. Nice work there, Farmer. Always one to entertain. We love you, brother. Aaron. What? Was I going back to Farmer then?
Yeah, I don't know. What if Farmer's not doing donuts, Kenny's doing jumps, or vice versa. But
Okay,
we do know Glenn and Steve-O, that battle has look at that. That's closed up.
Oh,
big
that's
time
closed up a bit.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
My guess is either Glenn's had a little mistake because traditionally he's checking out.
Yep.
And I've got to, you've got to say that these two guys are on the same tyre. You can't say they're on a different tyre.
No, I don't think anybody's
No,
on
wait.
a different tyre at this stage except for Kenny, so...
But when I look at the lap time, 1:15.7 for Glenn and a 1:14 flat, Glenn's made a mistake in that last lap somewhere, and that's why that gap's closed up between Glenn and Steve-O.
Yeah.
Vaughan Martin, he's on the same pace. In fact, he's in the 1:14, so Vaughan's showing really good pace, actually. Just
quickly
too much airspace between them.
I just see Kenny's times have changed too. Is that him doing a 1:28 now? Oh, and then I just see him fall off track. Okay, I'm going to stop looking at that. Yes, Glenn.
Yeah, no, a 1:28, that's a terrible time, Davo.
Okay.
He's well off the pace, so...
Okay, so Kenny, Bobby and Farmer off the pace, boys. Come on. Pick up your game. Up your game. Aaron and Wright in fourth and smashing it out actually with some nice times with 14.8. Vaughan Martin 14.5 and he's currently holding down third. And Steve Melling 14.4. Gleno 13 zeros, mate, in such inclement weather at the moment is impressive stuff. It actually looks like the rain slowed down a little.
Yeah. Just
not
about
a lot.
To say that, yeah.
Not a lot, but it does look like it's eased off a little.
Look at the puddles on the apexes of some of these cambered corners.
Yeah.
As they dip in, and normally they take that real tight inside line.
Yeah, they don't want to go there, do they?
No, they're almost avoiding those puddles.
Yeah.
Glenn again, I see in the distance, searching for water. So
look, even so early on, as the track dies out, he's looking for it immediately, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean it's been raining pretty heavy. I can't imagine that the track's going to really dry out with that much rain.
Yeah.
You can still see the puddles. It's still raining on screen, so
yeah.
And it's still the sprays up. So
a lot of standing water still.
Yeah, standing water. Like,
so here we are, halfway through. JB.
Halfway through. Yep. These guys' tyres, they'll be really working now. They'll be up in a nice optimal temperature. They've certainly warmed up.
Yeah, so perfect sort of conditions for this wet tyre. You know, with the rain, it's not quite because it was pretty well monsoon conditions there at the start of the race, and nothing really deals with that well, does it?
Yeah. Again, I see Glenn searching at the front for a bit of wet, but
yeah.
I'm surprised they're probably not actually in the apexes of those corners, probably actually throwing it into the puddle. Because if they're searching for wet down the straights, why aren't they throwing it into the puddles in the inside corner just to really keep their because that'll surface. It'll wet the tyre.
Still looks very wet, JB.
Doesn't it just?
Oh, no,
but
really.
Bobby Laycock, I'm so impressed with him. A 1:15.8 last lap round. He's running really good pace. Yeah.
Keeping it pointed in the right direction. Holding his position too, mind you, has not gone up or down.
And and very proud, I must say, from his last result that he wasn't lapped by the boys. So keep it up, Bob. You're doing well, and it's great to see you cracking into these tough conditions.
Yeah. You got to be committed to run this stuff in this sort of funny weather, I tell you. Farmer back in sixth, the Donut King, and Kenny still woefully slow. As I think Farmer just ducks around him there. I think that might be Steve Melling's car just in front of Farmer actually. It is too. So Farmer being lapped by Melling and clearly by Gleno and the like. That would put Vaughan Martin not far behind that car, although I do not see Farmer in the distance there.
Another blue car's at Kenny. Kenny's still.
Kenny in the blue and orange white car, still not up to speed. Is he coming in, put a tyre on that car? I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
I don't know. I'm going to find out. I'm grabbing Kenny here. Hey, Kenny, you're struggling out here. We got you in the comms box. Are you on a dry tyre, bud?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
It clearly doesn't look like it's working for you.
Well, I was hoping the sun would have come out by now.
Okay. Have you thought of pitting and putting some wet tyres on?
I don't have it on automatic, so I don't know if I can change it over. Can
Oh,
I?
okay, fair call. Okay, well, you take care then.
Yeah, you take care. Hey, mate, it's entertaining. You keep drifting out there. It's fantastic to watch. But
I'm not getting anywhere.
Yeah, well, watch the other boys and you'll be right. Oh, there's Farmer again, the Donut King.
Well, I can tell you what you are doing is you are getting airtime for your performance on slicks on a wet track. So yeah, good on you. Hey, to keep your head up, bud.
Oh, this is a terrible spot here. Oh,
Okay.
We'll leave you to it, bud. Heads up.
User
Okay.
was moved out of your channel.
Keep an
There you
eye
go.
on your mirrors, Kenny, please. Keep an eye on your mirrors. Okay, so Farmer, I think that is Aaron Enright actually just sneaking up behind.
Stevo slipped through. While we've
On
been
Gleno.
talking to,
Oh,
yeah,
jeez, there you go. So.
like by a huge margin.
Oh,
Actually.
absolutely. So Gleno's obviously had a major faux pas and has allowed Steve Melling to slip through with a considerable lead now.
That wasn't a caught up and tangling slick tired car, was it?
I would hope not. But there you go, Steve Melling in front. And with 8 minutes to go, Farmer, and what's he got on him? About 7 seconds. Keep your head down. You could keep that together. I do see Glenn's car in the background. Vaughan Martin in third. Really, again, I think from Vaughan tonight, he's really trying to keep his nose clean and showing a good set of heels, mate.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
keeping it clean.
Vaughan's drive tonight has really impressed me. He raced really well with Aaron. They, albeit clearly they were both on a different tyre.
Yep.
The way they were racing with each other, but actually, what's impressed me a lot is these guys. They ain't got busted up cars. Yes, they've been spinning off the track, but they're not all crashed up, are they? So,
which we have seen.
We've seen that. Yeah.
Like in previous rounds where some of these cars are well beaten. So, and it's been some trying conditions. Aaron in fourth position.
Some of that
JB.
footage, some of that footage down that main straight looks like it's the sun's out.
Yeah, look, it's looking very dry. We still see a few spits of rain, but the track, the straightaway looks very dry, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the giveaway still, isn't it? That albeit the sun's out, the spray coming off the cars is, particularly in some corners, is a lot more than
Yeah.
in other places on the track. So certainly the track carrying different conditions.
Oh, look, and you just wonder now if look, all these boys would be running wet tyres, we suspect,
Yeah.
and they'd be chasing that that spray, wouldn't they? They'd be chasing those wet parts of the track right now, wouldn't they? Just trying to keep that those blocks, blocks on those wets cool as possible.
Yep. They do start to float around when they warm up too much as that line dries out.
Yeah. Okay, so a little under 5 minutes to go. It's coming
Go,
down to the
Steve-O.
wire.
Yeah, go,
Go,
Steve-O.
Steve-O.
Yeah, go, Steve-O. You got this. Yeah, you got a nice 7-second lead. Did I just say that Steve-O's got a 7-second lead over Glenn? So that is fantastic.
It is, and Gleno caught up a little bit of traffic. I think that might be Bobby Laycock actually. Just a little bit of traffic, but Bobby very respectful, so doesn't hold him up for too long.
Yeah, real shame not to see Brad here in this because he had genuine pace. He was running hot in the championship, and this is just a bit of piece of motorsport for whatever reason why he couldn't make the second race.
And so now Stephen, 2 seconds.
Oh, what's happened here?
Okay, so Stephen obviously struggled on his last lap there. Glenn, even though in traffic, has managed to climb back what looks like about 5 seconds.
Wow, that was a
worth of
7
gain.
sec. Wow, that gap was 7 seconds before.
Yeah, and now we see Stephen, look at him
He's
chasing.
in camera. He's in camera range
He's
now.
well in
All of a
camera
sudden.
shot and chasing that wet bit of track, isn't he? Look at him trying to pull
look,
that
look
tyre.
Look at Stephen's last lap of 1:16.8
Yeah,
over
ouch.
1:12.6.
Yeah.
So,
So
he's
there
lost
it
a good
is.
chunk of 4 seconds, and there you go. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's
a
tough.
big, so a mistake. We've missed it but
Here we go. And it's going to go down to the wire.
oh, look at
These
this.
guys, these guys are great mates. So, but when it comes to racing, what's this? What's this?
Wow, he's just instantly upside. And see, what I'm noticing, these guys are apexing the corner puddles now. No problem. They're
Yeah. Oh, that was close.
Shit, that was close. Finally, is it Farmer or Kenny in the pits here? Those puddles are slowly disappearing on their apex.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the guys.
Look at it in car there. You can clearly see the wet patches on the road. The boys are chasing them, really. Now, it looks fantastic, actually, this
Guys are
this
blue.
sim. The way it shows water on track, very similar to the RF2 sim, so really does a really good job of the graphic side of water, standing water on the track.
Yeah, you can see
Awesome
it,
stuff.
how it sprays off either one or two wheels as they go through it as well. It's pretty cool.
And these guys, as we suspect, and clearly on a dry tyre, there's only 2.5 minutes to go, but man, those things will be getting hot. Won't
Yeah,
they,
look at
JP?
Look at them as they go down the straight. They go straight to the wet side of the
And there's
track.
nothing there. There's nothing left out there now. There's
That's
no more
unreal.
water.
Yeah, how? Yeah. Great drainage on the track. It's just dried up so
Yeah, it's
quickly.
dried so quickly, eh? They're just trying to chase it down the main straight, and there's just nothing left. There's a little bit on the pit lane exit, but there was nothing there.
1:10.4 for Glenn. He's fastest car on the track. 1:11.4. A good second behind and lap pace.
On a
for
wet tyre,
Steve-O,
mind
on a
you.
wet tyre. They're all on wets. You got to say they're all on wets. Apart from Kenny.
That's not too
Apart from
bad,
Kenny.
is it?
Actually, Ken, go Kenny. Yeah, this is your time to shine, bud. You've got about 1:40. They're whacking some hot laps.
We'll just pick back up on Kenny's seat. Look, he's got to be doing better now, unless he's changed to his wet tyre and it's gone dry, which, you know, quite likely could have happened.
Farmer's dropped right back. Has he had enough of that tyre that he was on? They're on the wrong tyre as well.
Very sideways, chasing every little bit of water he can, and there ain't a lot there anymore, JB. Look at him just dipping the... Oh, very sideways, full drift mode. Getting his apexes, just get a bit of water on those fronts. 58 seconds to go. Gleno, you can see him now, like you were saying earlier in the race. They were trying to stay out of those little puddles on the inside of the apexes. Now they're grabbing them, aren't they? They want a bit of it, don't they?
Well, that's where all the camber is, right on the inside.
Yeah.
That's the apex of the corner, and that's where the standing water is. So that's where
it cools the tyre.
Yeah, you've got to be down really in those apexes. See a lot of them. I don't know if the cars are moving around on the tyre now that they're missing those apexes, but the entries they're missing those. They're still missing some of those puddles.
Yeah.
Driving around them.
So Gleno comes round. He's going to get past Kenny. We're going to go for one more lap here. Runs Kenny down into the T1. Kenny forces the issue. Steve Melling next in line. Still a little bit of standing water around the track for the boys to chase. Not a lot though. It's been a great night of racing with this, changing weather conditions, JB. It's been awesome to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, Davo. We've seen the weather come through, the track evolve. It's amazing. Like, when we started the race, that rain was damn near horizontal.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, look, there has been a lot of... there we go.
That's Steve. Sorry, Kenny.
Sneaks past. But there you go. Gleno across the line for one. Very nice work.
Yeah, Steve. Well
Steve-O in second. Right. Steve, he should have had first.
This guy Vaughan, man, I can't wait to chat to this fella. He's an enthusiastic racer. And
nice work.
And this is a well-deserved podium for Vaughan.
Yeah, nice work. He'll be happy.
Yeah,
he'll be really happy. He's stoked. Yeah, you can see it in the body language of the car.
Yeah.
Very happy man. Aaron Enright.
Calculated drive there from Aaron.
Yeah, look, and tough, up and down. Oh, look, for everybody, I think, tonight. Woo! JB. Crazy stuff.
Yes.
There you go. We got a quickie here. Gleno, Stephen Melling, Vaughan Martin, Aaron Enright, Bobby Laycock, Kenny Simpson, Farmer, the Donut King. Rounding out the 7. Not a lot of guys in tonight, but man, was it entertaining with the weather conditions. We didn't need 20 guys in here because, mate, there was enough going on with 7. That's awesome stuff. Here for some interviews, JB.
Yeah.
Who we got first up?
First up, we have Vaughan Martin. Here we go.
User was
Bottom
moved
here.
to your channel.
Congratulations, Vaughan. Welcome to the comms box. SP3. Well deserved, mate. You
Congrats, Vaughan.
Yeah, cheers, man. It's my first podium. I'm stoked.
Yeah, nice work, man.
And hey, look, we could see you as you went across the finish line at the end, wiggling the wheel, and we could see the happiness and the smile beaming from that helmet.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, it feels like a long time coming, so yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, and tough conditions, man. What a race to get a podium on. It's crazy out there.
I think I'm liking the rain.
He thinks he's the rain master now. Good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know about master, but it
Yeah, no,
definitely helps me.
yeah,
Hey,
good on
so
you,
at
man.
at the end of that race, it obviously dried up a lot, and we saw a lot of the cars searching for a bit of water. Was that the case for you as well?
No, my tyres stayed in green the whole time. Like they never
Oh, yeah.
really suffered too much actually. Yeah, but I didn't change all my cambers or anything for a wet setup. I kept them pretty much as a dry and just softened the anti-roll bars and put a bit more aero on, and it
Yep,
seemed to be pretty
yep.
good.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
your car looked solid, and you drove it pretty straight, mate.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
Hey, look, well, you alluded that that's your first podium, so yeah, congratulations on that, and it's great to have you in here. Yeah, it's great to watch. I think your car looks the best on the track. I love the red.
yes.
It's
Ah,
fantastic.
cheers. No, that's cool. Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, hey, challenging evening. How was your first race? How'd that go for you too? Because that looked like it was a bit of a mixed bag. And what tyre were you running there? Just out of curiosity.
I ran wets the whole way through, and I was pretty strong until the last quarter of the race, and then it fell off big time, and I just couldn't
Yeah.
hold position. But yeah, I probably didn't capitalize enough in the first 5 laps when everyone was struggling on the slicks, and a couple of guys battled pretty hard. So it's just the way it goes.
Yeah, we saw you and Aaron having a really good battle at the start there, and obviously
Yeah.
you were both on different tyres, so that was spectacular to watch.
Yeah, no, he pushes pretty hard. So yeah, good on him.
Yeah, but hey, look, you got a podium tonight, and it was great. We saw you wiggling
Yes.
across the line, so yeah, congratulations, Vaughan.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah. Well
thanks a lot.
done, mate.
Yeah, cheers, guys. That was awesome.
Yeah, good on you, man.
Oh, there you go. That was
User was moved
Vaughan
out of your
Martin. Well deserved too,
Oh,
Davo.
mate,
Yeah.
yeah, and he
The way he
sounds
was driving all night, he deserved that podium. Yeah.
absolutely long time coming, and you can hear the smile on that man's face.
You can.
And that's what it's all about, just these goals, and that's why we do this stuff. It's just makes people so happy. So it's awesome stuff. Okay, who we got next?
We'll grab the 2 guys at once, and let's talk.
Let's
to
do this
these.
again.
User was moved to your channel.
Here we go. This is a double bubble.
User
The
was
double
moved to your
bubble
channel.
again.
A double bubble. We've
These
got
two
Glenn,
boys.
yeah, Glenn and Steve-O down here.
Yes.
Fantastic racing, lads. It was great to see you put on a good show. Steve-O, you went with Glenn tonight. You kept them honest.
He sure did.
I think the mechanics loaded the proper set this time or something. It felt a whole lot better in the. We did run wet tyres, so that made a big difference, eh?
It could have been better. You could have held him out, but
oh yes, yeah.
You made a little bit of a mistake, obviously, and he
ranged
right up on you really quickly. We didn't actually see what happened, but we could see it in the times, and then all of a sudden, you two guys were together, and I know best of mates or not. Glenn is not going to let that shit go.
Where we're going, go Steve-O, go Steve-O. You've got this, and then we missed it.
He caught up a lot of time very quickly. I was trying to be a little bit cautious, knowing that the wet tyres were going to get pretty hot at the end, because I was staying in the groove, and I think I was probably too cautious, and the tyres were fine at the end, whereas I probably could have pushed a little bit harder in the middle stint. But couldn't hold him off, and he got a good exit onto the final turn, and he was on the wet side, which you say less grip, but he managed to get the overlap and get the drive done. And
excuses. Listen to him, Glenn.
Oh no, you did real well. I'm really chuffed, mate. I enjoyed.
I can hear you giggling in the background as he's saying all that. So,
it was the whole script, mate, was ebb and flow, and we said we're gonna fire a bit of water at it, and I think it's delivered, and hopefully if we can see what the nighttime looks like at Jerez, it'll be interesting. But tonight was really cool in respect of I don't know, just different guys step up with their skill levels and stuff. We've got some wet specialists in this league, so I think Vaughan did really well.
I think we got a new one in Vaughan, actually.
Yeah. And we know Steve-O's discipline, so he was always going to be there.
Yep, definitely.
That was a lot of fun.
Brad had a computer meltdown or something, unfortunately. and
Yeah,
Okay.
we picked up on Brad, and we shouted out to him all night. We see we picked up an extra viewer, so yeah, shout outs to Brad, because I know that's a tough one
Yeah, tough.
to take when you've had so much commitment to a season. Yeah, but look, hey, it's going to go down to the wire between Aaron and Steve-O and Brad by the looks. Yeah,
last round,
yeah,
it'll be all all
yeah,
up for
yeah.
it.
But hey, question: obviously it dried out there at the end. The big lots of standing water on the apexes of some of those cambered corners. A lot of you guys still avoiding those puddles when you're searching for wet in the straights. What was up with that?
Aquaplaning.
In the
You can
in
be
the corner.
six gear on the front straight on the far left at 215 or 20 k an hour, and it'll still aquaplane. So
Yeah. What about in
corners,
the apex of the corner
Oh,
and the
the
standing
banked
water?
corners and
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
car
Yeah,
just
stay
lifts
up
up
in.
in the air and then just rotates.
Ooh.
It
Right.
gets drag on the inside too, and like tries to rotate it. Like you say, you got
Yeah.
water dragging inside.
Yeah.
So you did stay out of them until the tires were getting really hot, and then I was risking chucking my tires in there a little bit.
Well, it should have, because that's what we noticed. Like every now and then we'd see you duck it down on the inside, but John's saying, no, they're not going down there. Like they've been chasing water everywhere else, but they're not chasing it down there.
Yeah.
So it was obviously still a little too dangerous, yeah?
Yeah, shit, yeah. Yep, they're really, really dodgy. The one that was catching everyone out was the puddles in between turns 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The 3 in the line sort of thing. I managed to keep finding a gap on the right-hand side until I actually clipped the grass, which is what sent me off. But yeah, a lot of fun in the rain. Jesus, it's a great weather model because certain parts of the track are wetter than others. So
yeah,
you know,
noticeably.
turn 1's pretty good, and 2, 3 ended up being good, but the final one was still quite wet. You know, on the inside and outside, there's just you end up with that one groove.
Yeah.
And a balancing act of trying to keep the tyre cool, as Steve-O said. You know, you're searching for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I think the sim does water and standing water really well. I'd sort of actually made a little bit of a comment towards the end of the stream about the how RF2 does it very well, and I think these guys do it very similarly. You know, like and
yeah, it's pretty cool how you'd see, like if you went through a puddle on the left wheel would throw it up. If you went through it straight, both wheels would throw it up. So yeah, the graphics were fantastic on the stream.
Yeah. So nice work, boys.
But yeah, good work. Good on you, Steve-O. You had it. But Glenn, mate, you're running away with us. You're unstoppable at the moment. If you're not winning, you're still winning. If I flick back through my pages, you just keep coming to the top. So you've got a monster lead now. It's all folding behind you. That's where the action is. Yeah.
You could just stop now and probably spectate next week. You know, like so.
I'm just, it's so much fun, though, and you know, you guys can see that it's not a runaway. You know, at the end of the day, I have my issues, and as does everyone else. And then you know, like tonight was a lot of fun working back both races, having to work back through. And I admittedly race 2, I had, you know, sort of. It was I fell off and Steve-O got through, but I still had to chase him down, and then he had a blue, which allowed me to get there. Because if Stephen hadn't had his spin, I wouldn't have got there.
No, but in race 1, you went nearly to the back yourself, and
you still had to spin yourself and came back.
Chased all the way back as well. So but look, it's not only you know, like up the pointy end and you know making a fairly dominant go of it, but the testament is that the rest of the series. It's like that, you know, 2nd, 3rd, 4th position is so friggin' close.
Yeah,
you know, like that's amazing. And
going into this round, there were 6 points between Brad, Steve-O, and Aaron. And,
it was close. It was close tonight.
It was very close. So yeah, no, well done. You put on a great show. That was fantastic watching. So yeah, we'll let you guys debrief. We'll put you back up in the channel with the other boys.
So appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
See you, boys.
Yeah, well done.
See you guys.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel.
There you go.
Awesome stuff. God, those guys. It's incredible racing once again. God, I'd love racing around in these cars, but I don't know whether I'd really enjoy the wet stuff. It looks I'd enjoy watching it. I don't think I'd enjoy racing it, to be honest. So, God, JB, it's been a pleasure once again, my friend.
It has been.
We've got one more round to go.
Yep. One more, and then it'll all be settled. Wow. And like we were just alluding to, the Steve-O, Aaron, Brad battle. Oh, man, I feel sorry for Brad, but yep. Gremlins, mate. That's motorsport. It's cruel. But we're going to see I'm sure we're going to see an angry Brad.
The joys of online motorsport. But look, he'll have something to fight for when he's back next week.
And also, Dave Zero. Look, we missed you, mate, on track tonight, and congratulations.
Yeah, a couple of boys we missed tonight. So
on your citizenship, and also to Pat's as well. Hope you rest up, mate, and come and get better soon, and we'll see you on track next week, hopefully. Woo,
absolutely.
Wow.
I think that's just about it. I think we've said everything and thanked everybody, and except for probably we should just mention, which we haven't for a while, ABC Tech, obviously, for making everything happen online for us guys here at ASRNZ, and obviously SJS for ongoing support for all the racing here at ASRNZ. JB, I think that's a wrap, my friend. Thanks, viewers, again for joining us either live or viewing later. I'm Davo.
I'm JB, yeah.
And we're out of here. Thanks again.